Welcome. Whenever you are joining us, wherever you are, as you are, beautiful and whole, welcome. We are the Baja Four, a collaboration of Unitarian Universalist congregations, two churches here in Tucson, one here in Sierra Vista, and one here in Amado. Ours is a religion that teaches us we are stronger together. And we have discovered the truth of this through our collaboration for well over a year now. This worship service, Faith, Hope, Love, is a continuation of one we began last June. And both clearly demonstrate how it is that we are stronger together. Our artists, poets, and musicians from the four congregations have offered their inspiration in a joyfully eclectic gathering to share the meaning of faith, the breadth of hope, and the gift of love. You are invited to experience these offerings individually and collectively, finding similarities and differences with what you already know, what you believe about faith and hope and love. And here's the wonderful thing. In this way, we discover that our faith is what we craft together. In this way, the breadth of our hopes call us to action. And in this way, our love transforms. It is with our faith, hope, and love that we acknowledge that the land where we live and work and play is stolen land. We recognize that here, where our congregations are, the Chiricahua Apache, the Pascua Yaqui, Otham, and Opata peoples are the indigenous ancestors of the people who endured generations of genocide, land theft, and displacement under the justification of colonization. We acknowledge it, and we recognize its ongoing reality among us. In spite of the continued injustice, these people, our neighbors, they continue their traditional life ways and are crafting a vibrant future. And we acknowledge this, not just to say the words, but to open ourselves to our shared faith, hope, and love, and to engage in transformational acts toward that same vibrant future. If you have a chalice or a candle, I invite you now to light it with me and open yourself to our many voices and images to that possible and potential vibrant future that we are called to discover, as imagined by Bill Kais in his poem, Dream Real.
There is a place where stars speak in tongues of light, where glacial winds cool any scorched core, where mountains bend to cradle the fallen, where waves break and are healed. There is a place where all language swirls as one word, where hate wails alone, unheard, where history prisms rainbows of change, where compassion wraps the unentwined. There is a place where we are we, where we dance found joy, where moments trumpet pure notes, where we breathe skies long, blue, fable, revealed, and true.
What does it mean to look? Sitting and staring in the morning, looking at the sky, the mountains, the mesquites, the quail, the jackrabbits, the western cardinal, the flicker, the meadowlark, the sparrows, the finches, and the thrashers. Looking, looking, looking. What am I doing? Why am I looking? Is this the looking the wise lizard of the fairy tale? This seems a lazy looking, a self-indulgent looking. The cat looks with me. We look together. It is enough for her. Or is it the looking of mindfulness, always looking at the moment of at the task of the moment, walking, loading the dishwasher, driving to town? Or is it the looking Meinrad Craig had taught me with her writings and paintings? The dark, even predatory images, the looking of the Buddhist monks with their deep, dark chants, the sounds from deep in the earth, deep within the molten core of the earth, dark, powerful, dangerous. But once one looks, it somehow becomes comforting. God is in the darkness, in the volcano, in the molten lava. Yes, I can be annihilated, destroyed, but it is still good. It is all one, and I am embraced by it all.
Santa Cruz River down in Arizona and south into old Mexico, then making a U-turn in northern Sonora through Tucson and Phoenix, the river will flow. It crosses the border without ever stopping, no papers, passports, agents or laws. The border means nothing to Rio, Santa Cruz. The river runs free, it's got nothing to lose. The Santa Cruz River, for eons and ages, brought water and life to the land. It turned a dry desert into an oasis of cactus and cougars and people and sand. And it crossed the border before it existed, just like it will cross it long after we're gone. The border means nothing to the Rio Santa Cruz. The Holy Cross River has nothing to lose. Santa Cruz River is not always flowing. The riverbed sometimes is dry. But beneath the surface, the river is running. It doesn't ask questions and it never says why. It crosses the border without an inspection. It's out in the open with nothing to hide. The border means nothing to the Rio Santa Cruz, except for its water, it's got nothing to lose. Santa Cruz River was there for De Anza and the tribes that preceded his walk. We'd learn of the passage of nations and rivers if only the river and desert would talk. It crosses the border without even stopping. No papers, no passports, no agents or laws. The border means nothing to the Rio Santa Cruz. The river is free, it's got nothing to lose. The border means nothing to the Rio Santa Cruz. The river is free, it's got nothing to lose.
Child eyes saw a large shaded scaffold, protected place to escape the ground in endless imaginary adventures. Great elm, largest in the neighborhood, my best friend in difficult times. I wonder, are you still on this earth, a giant now? Diversity of form and color, all part of nature's seductive plan, a disguise for elaborate molecular factories, cleverly powered by sunlight, removing greenhouse gas, producing precious oxygen, juggling the delicate gaseous equilibrium that buffers sun's intense light and heat. Magic. Protected place for life, Earth. Now with man's achievements, delicate balance shifting, equilibrium no longer favorable. What will become of protected places? Great elm of my childhood, I wonder, are you still here, a giant now? I long for your rough embrace. How lonely Earth could become without you.
friends. The story we have today is a story that we told just about a year ago. It's called A Warrior Goddess, and it involves the shooting of it, the filming of it involves youth from the 3 congregations who have youth and children at them. And it is a very special story to me, not only because of the story, I think it's a very powerful and empowering story, but also because it was the first time that we were able to gather our children from across our campuses. And some of these kids know each other today and have relationships today, which I think is incredibly special. And when I think about our children and I think about hope, what I think is that in order to be resilient, in order to press through and to be strong when things are difficult, we need to have hope. We need to have hope for a future that is bright, or at least isn't bleak, or at least just happens and we get there. And when I talk to our children and youth, that's what I see in them. I hope that looking back at this story from a year ago and knowing that all these children have grown and changed and become very different people than they were in these pictures, that might bring you a little bit of hope that we move forward always.
I am a warrior goddess. Each day I greet the sun and the earth and the wind. I train my body for battle, and I train my mind for battle too. I fill my heart with kindness, the most powerful weapon there is. I am a leader of the strong and a defender of the weak. I am grateful. I am generous. I am fierce. I am loving. I belong to a family of warriors, and my family belongs to the earth. At the end of each day, I say goodnight to the sun and the earth and the wind. Even warrior goddesses go to sleep.
I have seen magical lives sucked into nightmares and spit out in pieces, scarecrows and shadows. Death would have been kinder. Do not tell me we deserve what we get. I have seen good people nailed to a tree, spit upon and beaten. What then of love? Of love as God, and God as love? Oh, that my mind could comprehend and my mouth speak knowing. Nonetheless, this I would say: love is vaster, greater, other, more than imagined, imaginable. For there is a dark and harsh shadow side, Shiva, destroyer, transformer, that must not be excluded from love, or else the evil one would be real, and love itself in need of rescue, and no rescuer anywhere. If humans are to advance beyond childhood, we must grow the eyes to see love as it is.
I am. The stone, she speaks.
I am here, and I have faith that you will tend me with love. Chip by chip, file stroke by file stroke, I toil to hear her voice again. I feel your deep care, she says. Patience. With each stroke of the finest of files, she comes alive. As I sand gently on her skin, I hear her speak once again. I feel your presence within me. The many hours of final sanding and then polishing bring me joy. The life inside this precious stone is almost complete. I speak to her. Thank you, I say. Together, we have found love. We are one, she whispers, and I will protect you. Tears roll down my cheeks. I have found myself.
Whenever you're in a little trouble and things aren't going your way, you call up to heaven with a prayer. You start to negotiate. I'll do anything that you want me to. I'll change my evil ways. But mischievous angels are always there to test the will of your faith. God's little helpers, they think they are, tempting you with every sin. Don't think you will get too far if you start running around with them. They're mischievous angels. Mischievous angels. They're not your friends. They're mischievous angels. Remember when you were only 16, you burned down your bad daddy's barn, smoking a cigar with your best friend. A little white lie did no harm. I'll do anything that you want me to. I'll change my evil ways. But mischievous angels are always there to test the will of your faith. God's little helpers, they think they are, tempting you with every sin. Don't think you will get too far if you start running around with them. They're mischievous angels. Mischievous angels. They're not your friends. They're mischievous angels. Neighbor walked into a local bar and found you kissing his wife. A moment of passion was all it took to put an end to your life. I'll do anything that you want me to. I'll change my evil ways. But mischievous angels are always there to test the will of your faith. God's little helpers, they think they are, tempting you with every sin. Don't think you will get too far if you start running around with them. They're mischievous angels. Mischievous angels. They're not your friends. They're mischievous angels. You're standing at the pearly gates, and you think you've got it made. St. Peter is looking at the books. He says that you cannot stay. You did everything that you wanted to. You kept your evil ways. And mischievous angels were always there to test the will of your faith. God's little helpers, they think they are, tempting you with every sin. used to run around with them. They're mischievous angels. Mischievous angels. They're not your friends. They're mischievous angels. Now they're your friends.
Verona, from the balcony. On the balcony, with Linda nearby, is a moment I'll cherish forever. Applause from our Verona friends abides. We know our lives will never be severed. It was a 50-year search that led us here, over mountains, meadows, fragile places. We kept moving, did not give in to fear, lived off the truth revealed in our faces. Building this kind of marriage we enjoy takes time, forgiveness, laughter, hope. Mistakes make moments, then flare, then destroy. But the strength of loyalty helped us cope. Linda, I give my heart to you today. From this moment, you're in my love to stay.
This poem I named 60 Christmases. For 61 Christmases I have searched, since I was a babe and had just been churched. Through childhood I wandered, ever looking still. Then on through the teen years, the top of the hill eluded my footfalls. The climb just got steeper. The sun went to rest. The night got much deeper. Onward and onward, the path with no ending, continued to wind through dark nights, never lending, always lending. I feel a sadness of life all alone, emptiness, chilling, right down to the bone. Then came a blessing, a gift from above, a face with a smile, ever flowing with love, gentle but steady. Our souls came together, one like a tree trunk, the other a feather. And these last few Christmases brought life anew, robust and sparkling and graceful like you. So, dear one, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being on hand to give life a start. On this page of my book, a page white and clean, I write this sentence. I love you, Noreen.
Love comes softly. Timeless connections strengthen over days, years, decades. Family, friends, crystal clear memories of past experiences celebrated at anniversaries and holidays. Fill important spaces. Eyes open in darkness. Little paws scurry. Food dishes fill. Aroma of fresh coffee permeates the senses. Patio chairs creak as first light pierces the horizon. And with bodies eager, life's journey continues, and love comes softly.
Curating the many blessings of our Baja for artisans for 2 worship services has been a little humbling. Each individual's offering, unique and wonderful, really should be highlighted all its own. And yet, there emerges a message from their collection. Thankfully, this medium allows for pausing and returning to each work whenever you wish. And just as our faith grows from our collaboration, then our collection is never finished. We grow from sharing of hope. We strengthen as we gather up love. And we do this over and over in our individual congregations and within the Baja Four and among our wider Unitarian Universalist Association. And so I will extinguish this chalice for our community artistry. May we weave a faith open to all. May we craft a hope realized by our actions. And may we create a boundless love with which we and our world are transformed. May it be so now and in all of our days to come.